What's going on, YouTube? This is Rod signing on. Yeah, I've been experimenting with, I hope y'all can hear me. First of all, I want to hope everybody had a great New Year's and a safe New Year's, and everybody's doing well out there. I've been, last video, I think I mentioned been experimenting. I was trying to get a camera mount to mount this device to, so I can talk and drive at the same time. And this thing here has had mediocre success. Mediocre success. It's one of those ones with the sticky pad on it, and it fell off a few times. I don't want to damage the phone. It's, so that's something I'm real funny about these cars. I'm out on this rural highway. But some things I wanted to discuss was, I don't know if I did a video. I wish I could show it, but I'm driving right now. I found one of those, when I was just in Walmart looking for one of these things. It's one of those Coleman. Y'all free to give y'all opinions on it, because I've never used one. On Facebook, it was a lot of buzz about, if they work, if they don't work, because the plan was to get a mini fridge. But this thing, it's a Coleman. I got this angled up too high, but I'm gonna have to adjust it later. A Coleman thermoelectric cooler. They have them at Walmart. Now, what the thing claims is that it will cool the interior. It will cool the interior around 40 degrees cooler than the outside. 40 degrees cooler. So the interior will be 40 degrees cooler than the outside. So that's pretty cool. I mean, depending on what area you're in, 40 degrees cooler is like right here where I'm at right now. It's 32 degrees. So that's quite a bit cooler. Just past the sheriff back there. I don't want to get him in no trouble. This particular county I'm in only has like 4 sheriffs to the entire county, so I don't want to give him something to do. But it's great views. I got it angled at me, but I wish y'all could see what I'm seeing. These guys are passing me. I'm not driving too far. But like I said, 40 degrees cooler. And the idea, I wanted a mini fridge for power consumption and all these things. This thing's already DC, which means I won't need an inverter. Just running straight to the battery. Or, when I'll have some ports that I can hook that up to. It'll save me quite a bit, and it'll be implemented a lot quicker. And the fact that it fits in the hole that's already cut for the fridge, it'll fit in that hole. I had to modify the sink drain a little bit. Well, I hadn't modified it, but I will have to modify it. It's in. I have it sitting in there right now, and I got about 3 inches on each side that'll have to be covered. But other than that, it fits in there okay. I have to raise it up a little bit, and that's pretty much it. And I found this thing on the side of the road. I was just driving, and I saw it, and I turned around. I found an exit. I went back again, and there it sat on the side of the road in an upright position. It was clean, and when I got it, I threw it in the van, and only thing I did was just clean it out, and I don't know, when they said it, there might have been a truck or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I say, it was just sitting there. And the little DC plug had some corrosion on it. I thought the fuse maybe was blown, because it's the exact model that they had at Walmart that I was looking at. I didn't understand the thermoelectric technology, so I kind of shied away from it. And I won't be keeping no heavy duty stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the items I put in there, hopefully they'll be frozen. It just needs them to keep for, a few days, 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days, something like that. I'm not looking to keep none for months in there or anything like that. It's such a small space. But when I want some meat or something like that, it'd be kind of cool to have that on as in the arsenal. But and besides that, the battery will be needed to get all that going. And once that battery is here, I will go ahead and I'll be able to operate the sink, the television, thermoelectric cooler. And like I said, y'all feel free to give me some comments on that, because I'm green to that particular science of thermoelectric cooling. You know, I've heard of them, but like I said, it's not my forte and not my expertise, you know, in that area. I like to learn a lot more about it, though. Especially now that I have one, you know. And as far as maintenance of the vehicle, I'm doing oil change. This is the 3rd month, so like every 3 months I try to do an oil change, and I recommend the same. And you know, I think it's every 3 months, 30,000 miles. That's what it is. Recommend for gasoline engines, and that's what I recommend as well. And the tires are holding up well. And once those things are implemented, the quality of life, which hasn't been bad. It's been a few cold nights, but for the most part, it's been enjoyable. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen more. Well, I've seen a whole lot. I'm not going to say what I said. I've seen a lot. And just continue to see more and more each day. And I'm taking a lot of still photos, and once my editing skills increase, I'll be able to incorporate them in some videos, and that'll be pretty neat as well. And hey, how y'all like my hat? I've been had it for a while, but I rarely get a chance to wear it. It's a winter hat. I think it's a red head hat. And you know, it's too hot in the summer to wear this thing, so hope y'all can see me. I see some glare right there. But you know, and like I said, I got that cooler, that Coleman cooler, the green one, that has really not served me a lot of use. It's kind of been in a way. I've just been kind of holding on to it because I just like the thing. It's older. It's kind of an antique, and I just like it. But with the incorporation of this new deal, this thermoelectric deal, like I say, it's a Coleman as well. I just gotta make some room now, and I'm starting to, since I've been traveling, I'm starting to understand that if you don't use it, you gotta lose it. You know, if you don't use it, you gotta lose it, because it's just taking up space, man. And you know, space is something you gotta really, you're in a small space, you gotta really harness that space. You gotta harness that space, man. It's so important. You don't want to clutter. You want to keep that down to a minimum. Matter of fact, you want it to not even exist. Clutter is not your friend. It's so easy to get stuff like that and start cluttering. You know, newspapers, just stuff you get. As soon as you get it in, you gotta get it out. It's gotta be in and out. You don't want to build up. That's where you mess up. I'm rhyming it down. That's another tip. No clutter. You need to be you need to make a habit of constantly decluttering. You know, it needs to just be a habit. Because once you form it, you're in a vicious cycle. Mess up, clean up, mess up, clean up, and that's kind of the way it works. But you can keep that to a minimum. And once you get in the habit of that, then you're good to go. It'll make your travel and your experiences a lot more pleasurable having a clean vehicle. You know, I don't know if some of you guys or gals, you'll have company in your vehicle. You don't want to have to say, "Oh man, I'm having company in my vehicle. I gotta clean up." You know what I mean? You want to have the thing already to some degree clean, because that reflects a lot on you as well. And all this stuff I'm saying in part is, it just makes, I'm all about bettering oneself, and you want to better yourself, and that right there is bettering yourself. In the hygiene, you want to stay on top of the hygiene because you're in such a small environment. You want to get into those habits of cleaning, washing on a regular basis. Baby wipes can help you out a lot with that. It's real clean. Wipe your face, mouth. You want to keep those chops in order. You want to make sure that body's in order. And, if you lay down on something, and, with these bands and stuff, they're so customized, you want to lay something over with your land surface, you know what I mean? And you lay on top of that, then cover yourself up. That way you never compromise the actual surface itself, because it's a lot easier to take a blanket or something and throw it in the washing machine than it is to clean that cushion, Just have it right here. That's another vital tip. That's another good tip. I think that's a real good tip right there. And let's see if the tips come up with something else. I'm just going on the fly like this. None of this is written down. I just kind of go on the fly. As far as cooking is concerned, you don't want to get into a lot of eating out. Of course, eating out is fun, but you want to limit yourself, because in a vehicle, it's kind of like being a truck driver. You're doing a lot of driving, and health is a priority. You got to make it a priority. You don't want to, you're not getting a lot of exercise. You might not be around a lot of places where you can frequently exercise. Having a bike is very important to me. That's my personal deal. You might like to jog. You might like to actually find a gym. I don't know. But I like being outdoors. I like riding bikes on trails and stuff like that. And, to be honest with you, I've never really been a bike rider as far as riding on trails and stuff. It's something kind of new to me that I want to do. And I got a bike for that reason. But like I said, I don't have the hitch that I need, and I don't have the bike rack, because I don't want to keep the bike inside. It might come inside like if I find if I'm working, or something like that. I find a gig or something, or whatever. I'm in a place where I don't feel so comfortable. I can take that bike out and put it inside, but just having it inside all the time, it's too big, and I don't have a collapsible bike or nothing like that. I kind of like the full size one, but, I'll be able to put it out or have it in. I like that option. I'm all about options, and that's going to give me I'm going to incorporate that into my weekly lifestyle of riding. Maybe on the weekends, maybe one day during the week. I do a few miles on there, and that's going to increase my overall health. As well as watching your sodium intake, watching what you eat. Eating raw things is good, we all know that. Watching your carb intake, your sugars and stuff like that. And it's like, oh man, this stuff, that's boring. Of course it is, but health comes with sacrifices. And you can make those things fun. They don't have to be so depressing, to the point where you're not having fun or it's becoming uncomfortable in daily life. These things can be implemented quite easily. You put one stepping forward in front of the other with that as well. And another thing, I want to talk about that Ventahood, or that fantastic fan. In these vans, these RVs, you gotta have one. I don't have one yet, but I desperately need one. And something I've got to look into. Because when you're cooking, you might not be, when you're bouncing from a rural environment to a city environment. In the rural environment, stealth is not a big deal. But in that city environment, you might want to go black. You know what I'm saying? So once you go black, invisible is what I mean. To some degree, that stealth mode. You won't be at Walmart with your doors open cooking, whereas you could be at a campground or some rural area where nobody really cares. You know, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to mess it up for everyone else. So you'll be inside cooking. And in a van, in a small space, you need that ability to exhaust that extra moisture and that heat as well. And that thing's vital for circulation and all that thing. That vent is very important. I've been doing it without a vent, and it's been days that, you know, it hadn't been too good. So that vent, if anybody out there is trying to get into that vent, it's something to look at. You know, I know some vehicles have it on the side, some are having it on the top. Your most likeliest option is if you're going to have it installed or install it yourself, it's right at the top. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, guys doing that, and women doing that. But, you know, that's pretty much it, man. I wish y'all could see this beautiful sunset. It's a beautiful sunset. But try to keep your space open as open as possible. Keep that quality of life. Enjoy yourself. And, you know, I'm working on this title, Ride on the Road. That's going to be my title. I like to have an intro. Not so much big on an outro, but the intro would be nice. A little small intro. And that's something I'm working on. And I'll go ahead and start announcing this is Ride on the Road in future videos. So that's something to look forward to. And it's fun, man. Everything's fun. We're having a blast out here, man. All smiles. If I had 4 hands, I'd put 4 thumbs up, but for now, I put 2 thumbs up. Oh, that wouldn't say. You gotta keep. And look, don't ever do what I just did. Take both hands off the steering wheel. I always keep 2 hands on the steering wheel, especially in high-profile vehicles. The wind. If none of y'all have ever driven a high-profile vehicle, I know most of y'all have. The wind takes you all over the place. Me here, I'm in the central U.S. Southern states, central southern states, and man, this thing it's been a lot of wind. It's been just mainly a lot of wind, you know. Not like I said, got cooler few nights, but mainly the wind has been amazingly strong. But I guess I'll wrap it up. Y'all take care out there in YouTube land. Everybody take care of one another. The RV community, the prepper community, all those different communities. I can't name them all. But everyone stay safe, stay vigilant. For you patriotic folks like myself, extremely patriotic. Don't be afraid to be an American. Don't be afraid to say you're Christian. Don't be afraid to, if no one else is afraid. We definitely shouldn't be afraid. And I'm not saying that to be divisive. I'm saying that to be proud, you know? You should be proud to be an American. I got Canadian viewers as well, and if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry, but I just think about it. A lot of the Canadian guys, they're proud to be Canadian, and they should be proud to be Canadian. And that Canada's a great country, and I'd love to visit there one day. But, you know, be proud to be an American. Be proud to be who you are. As long as you're a good person, you got something to be proud of. And respect life, all forms of life. You know, with all humans, this is the only planet we've been blessed with. We got to take care of it. You know. And, well, pretty much it on that. And this is Rod on the road. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless America. Keep the faith. Faith in God is key. And this is the Patriot. Ride on the road. Signing off. Until next time. Y'all stay safe out there.